Thanks for tuning in. I'm Anthony King. I'm out here enjoying this beautiful weather. Today I'm going to talk about why so many men are out here pursuing beautiful women, dating, relationships, and having kids at the wrong time. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do it. So I'm going to jump on my little Chinese e-bike. I'm going to take a little trip and we're going to dive into this topic about when is the right time and what is the right age for men to pursue relationships.
Not off the juice, baby, but I walk in the room and I'm stumbling. Loosen the noose, baby, what a man gotta do to get up in it. Cruise down Melrose at the top down in the Astons. Tight like Velcro, we can talk about all of your passions and your fashion. Or we could fit a drink in this space.
So to start this off, I want to say that women are a distraction and they're an expensive distraction. So the thing that I've learned is that when you're focused on women and dating, you're taking away focus from yourself so that you can build. And ultimately, you're limiting your options and you're limiting the kind of quality of woman that you're going to attract. We need time to build our success, to build and develop our skills, to create our value. Ultimately, everything to do with the type of woman that we're going to attract for a serious relationship. When it comes to thinking about things like having children or serious commitments, you want to be at a point in your life where you've established success and financial security. If you don't establish these things before you get into a serious relationship or have kids, the first thing is that the likelihood that you're going to be able to provide financial and emotional security in a relationship is very low. And once you have children, you're going to shackle yourself to the weight of the responsibility of being a father. Having children are expensive. They consume all of your time. They put a lot of stress on the relationship. They also create a lot of problems in your relationship. How well can your woman take care of you if she's always taking care of children? And how much time are you going to have to devote to work and doing whatever you need to do to build the success that you need to provide a good life for your family? These kind of things will weigh heavy on a man. And once you've made these decisions, there you can't go back. And ultimately, when you don't provide that security for a woman, she will abandon you. And 83% of the time, she's going to take the children with her, which then you're losing the relationship with the woman. You're losing the relationship with your children because ultimately, when the woman has custody of the kids, you're limited on how often you're going to see your children. And then you get the financial repercussions from losing that relationship. Even at a minimum, when the relationship fails, she's going to take those kids and ultimately you're going to pay child support. So you're going to lose that income. If you were married and you had a house or any other assets, she's going to take that too. Then you're going to be back to the same point that I'm talking about now, which is you don't pursue dating. You don't pursue women for serious relationships and commitment. You focus on building your value and establish your success because ultimately that provides stability for you and eventually for a family. You don't want to be the guy who's rebuilding because you've already went through all this. You had a failed relationship and you've lost your children, and now you're losing your money for the next 18 to 26 years, depending on how long they're a full-time student. These kind of losses are big, and a lot of men never recover from this. You fast forward 20 years into the future, even if you did this at 25 years old, you're 45 before this financial burden goes away. Now you don't have very much time to build any success or build any value. So the likelihood that you're going to be able to start over is going to be very low. As I said, these kind of situations pretty much sends a lot of men to poverty for long periods of time, if not forever. So when is the right time to consider dating for serious relationships and marriage? Assuming that you do everything right and you start building seriously in your 20s, by the time you're 32, you've probably been able to establish some success and some value. And if you do this, you can pursue women that are around 24 years old, which are going to be very attractive because you've established success. Now you've created options for yourself. Generally speaking, it takes time to build that value that you need. But if you build that value, you are going to have a lot of options, unlimited options. One thing I want to stress to men is stop thinking so small. The dating pool is not people you're going to school with. They're not people at your job or people in your local town or city or in your metro area. Dating is global. Like the internet, I mean, anything is possible now. If you build the success that you need to, you can go date a girl in China and then go date a girl in Mexico. You can go anywhere in the world. You can travel. You can see the world and date women from different countries and truly see what else is out there. Because the people in your town or people in your country, that's not all there is. In order to see what you truly like, you've got to go out and explore and experience life. You need time to build to have success. And you need success to go out and experience new things that you've never done before. Wasting time building relationships when you're struggling financially and you haven't established any success, it will lead you to a life of poverty. It will lead you and trap you to living a life you don't want to live. Go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button. That's what helps me grow, helps me spread the message so that we can teach men how to make moves and think about life in a different way that actually leads to an outcome that men want. Because we don't want just an ordinary life. We don't want to just be an ordinary man with an ordinary woman. We want to be a successful life. We want to live that life that we never even thought was possible. And in order to do that, we've got to focus on building. But if you're starting at the beginning of adulthood, I would say the right age is about 32 years old. And the reason I say that, because if you work extremely hard to be successful, it takes about 7 to 12 years to build, depending on how ambitious you are and how motivated you are. I put my life on a path to where it from beginning to end, it would take about 8 years, and that is to retire, where I don't need to work. I have passive income from rental properties. And when I started, we're talking, I filed bankruptcy started, and I started over. But I had life experience and I had some knowledge, and I took that and I built the right plan. And that's how I was able to start putting my life on a path that was going to buy rental properties, rent them out, generate passive income so that I could retire and stop working and go live the life that I want. And sometimes we don't even know what we want. We can't even see the vision until we start seeing the success. But the last thing a man should do is be in a committed, serious relationship or have kids before he's established success and value. There's too many men out there, young men, don't have college degrees, don't have any skill set. They're earning low wages and they're trying to support families, usually young people. Their relationships after having kids, it usually only takes 2 to 3 years, and at least 50% of those relationships will end. So why put your life on a path that is going to lead to a life of hardship that nobody wants? I've been there, I've done it. I did it when I was young. I had my first kid at 19. Terrible decision, but not having a father and male guidance. Men, we try to go out there and have sex and think that this is our path to becoming a man. This is what happens when you don't have men in your life that can guide you and give you that wisdom and that real life experience that we don't have at a young age as men. So on that note, leave a comment. Tell me your age. Tell me where you're at in life. Tell me what you think of this topic. Tell me what you think the right age is to start pursuing serious relationships and thinking about having a family. Until next time, keep building, keep grinding, and keep trying to live that life that you want to live.
Straight to the jeweler from the bank, black boy. I can get you anything you need if you ask for it. See, I don't wanna be what you could have said. F-R-E-N-D-S. Don't take that chance, mama. Spin around, drop to your dance, mama. Bottle in the booth, get the check, get a aroma.